Good. Just turn this down. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sunday session of Evils of the World. I am your intrepid host, Recon Zebra, and we are here in the new upgraded Foundry adventure. Bigger, better, and more aesthetically pleasing. It's been a hot minute and a short while, but as with finished off with Saturday, here we are with our friends on Sunday. Now, to give a full recap, the party has now entered into Sprite City and begun their many separate adventures through different interactions. We previously left off on our Minotaur friend Cargagen as he was continuing his battle and bout through the tournament tryouts for the wrestling competition. And after finishing off and basically pissing off another deity of nature, he seems to have once again set himself up for great things to come. We now return back to another party member of ours, Tira. Now, for those of you who don't remember where we left off on her last time, she was currently skulking back through the black market of Sprite City in order to conjure some information and get new IDs, where she runs into another old-time friend from one of her travels, our fair owl Gregarious Gorge, an intrepid merchant who believes in both utilizing magic and money as a weapon. After realizing T-Worm was running around here, which she's still very much haunted by the Emerald Vipers, he gets to know a little bit of the summary of what she's going through, where she starts to explain that now she's being hunted by the black spiders. Realizing that she's putting herself into far more harrowing dangers, he's about to suggest something when, out lo and behold, the karmatic justice of problems come through, and an enemy from Tiron's past has now shown his face once again. Let us now pan back to this situation and see how our ever-changing friend Tiron handles this new encounter. But first, I noticed that we are missing something from the audience. Was Cargagen not supposed to be here this session?
Cargagen is not making it today, that's correct.
Okay, then I will not ping him in the thing. Except to tell him I'm alive. Anyway, Tiran, as you turn your head and see the doors burst open and close back, you see a uncomfortably irritating familiar face. Standing at about 5'2" in his own half-plate armor and his own postured ego is a chicken-like Aarakocra, giving off this grandeur delure of supremacy, but also being very much egotistical, but also having a sense of presence about him. This Aarakocra bolsters around, giving off as if he absolutely owns the place. As he struts in and says, "Yes, peons, Captain Cluxworth has finally arrived, and he is on the hunt." As some of the taverns that are in here turn to look at him and then go back to their drinks. "Yes, indeed. It has been rumored that there is a nefarious individual who Cluxworth owes a greeting to. Now then, I've heard that they are somewhere here in the black market. And let it be known, there will be nowhere," as he flies over here, "you can hide from Captain Cluxworth." And this comrade goes, "Get off my damn table, you stupid chicken." "What was that? You dare speak to me in such a way? I could have your head in an instant, you know." As he kind of flexes his claws. Theron, you know he's not really physically strong, so that's just kind of like a demeanor. But he's definitely not someone to undermine because he has the skills. If you are not ready for it. Immediately,
physically
Gregarious
strong.
turns to look at you, and he's like, "Tyrion, quickly, cover yourself." And he tries to pull the cloak over your head.
Tyrion just covered myself, and she turns into the tiefling from before.
Let me see. I believe we had it set up to where the other... Hold on, because there's a way to make this interesting. Pull in your alternate images.
Do you need the image again, or?
No. I'm actually just compiling together. In actuality, I forgot you do this, so I did not have it set up as a turnover, but we are turning it on right now.
Yes, I've been, really not using my abilities for a good while, but now that the cat's out of the bag, I've got no reason to not take advantage of them, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. As you quickly snap your fingers and transform slightly into this tallish, purple-looking tiefling in a business suit, giving off the authority that you mean business, but keeping a sort of module to yourself as you look over, keeping an eye on Clucksworth as he's, intimidating another guest. You see the door fly open in the back, and unfortunately, out pops 3 more individuals. As they come rushing in and like, "Alright, Clux, don't leave us behind when you do this crap." And you recognize that these are just a couple, if not some of the Cluxworth's men that follow him around. You see one, of course, being a stereotypical bandit lord dressed up in his kind of like half pirate garger, menacing sword and whatnot. The other one you notice is a cloaked individual, not really physically descriptive, other than wearing what seems to be a longish, kind of dark blue cloak. But then there's the other person next to him. This one you remember seeing once, but him not really directly doing anything. It is a elven man, dressed in his own unique set of armor, carrying his own unique kind of weird-shaped shield and sword. He has an eye patch and various scars across his face, as he is definitely built like he has experience.
Interesting. Tyrion quietly speaks to Clucksworth and goes, "All right, my name is Mira. I'm a consultant that is here to help you with this inventory."
They trot over to where Clucksworth is, and they're like, "Come on, you daft bird. Stop harassing the people." "I agree," as the female says in the back. "Had enough of you ruffians coming in here and making problems. If you aggravate the manager, I promise you, you're gonna regret it." "Oh, posh. I am not afraid of any uptight owner of some dingy tavern. I am here on business. Now, where is that tiefling?" "What tiefling? Now you can look around, you can see what customers we have." You see him turn his head as he looks at the handful of people, and then he turns and sees you. And while he doesn't give too much of a glance, he looks back there and he says, "Gregory, is that you?" Oh no, he's coming his way. As he struts over in that oh so pompous but still chicken-like walk that he does that you know is both annoying and funny. Gregory, I never thought you would be one to lavish in such low decors. I'm just here on business, counting some inventory and whatnot, and checking up on my connections. Nothing too surprising. Pluck. And who's this? As he looks at you, as he turns his head and looks straight into your eyes.
Tyrion looks up at him, which is, I'm sure, something that he likes because it doesn't usually happen.
Wait, I thought
And
Mira
goes,
was like the tall disguise.
She is, but she's sitting and he's standing.
Aren't you like 6'2" even sitting?
I'm 6'2" standing.
Yeah, so you would still be
Sitting down.
You would still
so
be
we'd be about eye level.
Yeah, you'd be about eye to eye, and yeah, that's why he says straight into your eyes.
Fair enough. So she turns and looks at him and goes, "Hello, I'm Mira, here to assist Gregory on his inventory as a consult."
All right, well, in the moment of truth, give me a deception check.
Sure.
And yes, with your disguise, you do have advantage.
Alrighty. Let's see. Attributes. Deception. Can I have advantage?
Oh,
Let's
for
see.
the
I guess
for
I
advantage,
just have to.
yeah. Sadly, to make the auto rolls work, because it gives that pop-up window, I had to turn off the little arrows that pop up on the side. You have to use key inputs to get the advantage or disadvantage, or just click it again.
Okay. That's not a big deal.
For advantage, you hold the R key while clicking it. For disadvantage, you hold the controller key.
Hold the R key for advantage?
Alt.
Alt for advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
If you'd like, we can just take the 17, or we can disregard and I can roll it correctly.
No. We will take the 21.
Oh, okay, sure.
Oh, wait, no, wait. Yeah, you rolled that a third. I thought that was mis. Okay, I said the 14 now.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Okay,
I accidentally clicked the second
Okay,
one.
so
it'd be
17, and then let me make sure, because I followed your suggestions, and I want to make sure if I'm doing this right with him. Especially with some of the stuff I have added.
It's usually, if you're trying to see through a lie, it's usually contested insight versus deception.
Oh no, I know it's like insight, but I'm trying to like make sure there's something specifically for rogue and.
Oh, I see.
Yes, and unfortunately, by your per rules, there kind of is for what I did. So we will see. As he stares at you for a full minute, here is his insight check, looking you in the eye. Wait, what's tactical? You know, and I don't think he would truly waste
Tactical mind is for.
It's where you add it like from the fighter, but no, he would not use this on somebody he just sees. He's gonna go. Oh, that's right, he's a rogue. Shit, I forgot. Reliable talent. As he stares at you for a solid minute. He turns he's not even wavering as he looks you square in the eye, and he turns his head slightly, giving a slight wry smile as he looks at you. Says, And where do you work, Miss Mira?
As I said, I'm a consultant. I work all over the place. I travel quite frequently.
For what firm?
Private. I work for myself. Gregorius reached out to me saying he needed some help, and I wasn't busy, so I came and helped.
Oh, private consultant. What are your rates?
Are you interested? It depends on the type of work that you're doing.
Actually, yes. We do have some material and new product coming in from the boss, which is also why I'm... Oh, yes, that's right. That's also why I'm here. Gentlemen, how is our stock? I told you before, sir. We have it coming in, including some examples for the boss. Need you to come with so we can get that presentation done. Yes. Well, before I get it through, I would like a proper assessment. If you have the time, Miss Mira, we can pay you handsomely. You see him pull out a small bag as he puts it on right next to you. It's about probably the size of a small cup.
One moment. And she will, first, she will turn to Gregorius and say, well, it would seem that I am being requested for another contract. If you are still busy, I am more than happy to keep my prior arrangement with you. However, money is money.
Well,
but I do know that we have work to do, Gregorius. What do you say?
I think if it's so important, Clucksworth, surely you would have your own assessor on hand. Not to mention, I have been a bit back behind on this inventory count, and I can't afford to have it wasted, especially with the rates I have paid already. She's very expensive, and he gives you the kind of, you know what you're like look.
Well, a woman always has to have her things, and my skills are worth it. That's why you called and paid.
Yes. Skills. Yes, agreed. Skills. So if you don't mind, I'm finishing off our lunch break, and then we'll be heading back downstairs to finish our work. He eyes you both.
And she will turn back to Captain Clucksworth and politely hand the sack back and go, well, unfortunately, it seems my current contractor is still in need of me. Perhaps next time.
And he gingerly stares for a minute before just taking the money out of your hands, like, of course, of course. Besides, the product is still ready, so there's no need to be in such a rush for financial gain. At least not yet. What he'll pay me once I show him will be far more worth it. He, as you see Gregorius turn over, and he kind of stares for a second before his feathers start to furl up, but you mean, you don't mean he's here, do you? And Clucksworth turns kindly and says, yes, I do. So, Berberene is indeed in this area. Not entirely sure why, but I figured why miss my chance. And, T-Ron, give an insight as you're looking at between the two of them.
Sure. Fucking that one, baby.
No bardic inspiration to help?
I don't... Oh, that's true. It is a skill check. That one doesn't really make much of a difference. Yeah, I can do that. Give me 1 second. Bardic, I believe at this level.
True, but even with a
Safety
nat 1, depending
8.
on how high the number is, you could glean something.
That's what I'm saying. Like, nat 1s on skill checks don't mean you automatically fail. They just mean you automatically fail in combat.
Exactly.
So, 1 second.
It also means you either claim something different or you just have a general thing based on how high the number is. For example, with that 6 as it is now, you think that this is just that this is probably a boss Aarakocra or something.
Alrighty, it is a D8 at level 7 / roll 1D8.
Does clicking on your bardic inspiration in your seat not pop one up or something?
I didn't know that was a thing. I'm just
Yeah, if you go to your features and look for a bardic inspiration, you should just be able to click on it and just pop one up.
features quick. Okay, neat. You must be targeting a token.
Target yourself.
Alright, that's alright. I'll just, T, features, bardic,
Yep.
inspiration roll, 8, so that 6 turns into a 14.
Alright, let me see. Let me just... Alright. Technically, in a way, it's verbal and somatic, but with how it works, it could just be anything.
Well, I mean, bardic inspiration, when applying to others, has to be heard, but I'm just the font. It is within me.
Really?
That's how I've always been told. Most of the time, bards don't use bardic inspiration on themselves. So when the one time that I did ask that, they're like, "Well, I mean, you already have the inspiration. Why would you have to say something to inspire yourself?"
You know what? That is fair. Plus, it says only for someone. Plus, it says for another creature with that for the hearing. So yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. So yeah, with that 14, you definitely know this is not some other Aarakocra or a bird-like creature. And considering that Cluxworth is like working for the Emerald Vipers, you think for 1 second, did the boss from
Cluxworth is double dipping?
Yeah, well, for 1 second you think, did the boss of the Far East come all the way out here? Do you wish to inquire, or do you leave it be while they're having their conversation?
I am already unsure as to what the fuck the chicken is thinking. So the less attention I can draw to myself, the better. As much as I am curious, I don't have to ask fucking Cluxworth to get this kind of information. You said it was Baron... what again?
No, the name that I gave off for what it is how do you pronounce this? Baenre. Baenre.
Baenre. I mean, I don't know. That looks like Baenra.
Baenra. I think it's just like the accent of it. It's Baenre, Baenra. People say various things. Hell, for all you know, Cluxworth might not even be saying it right.
This is true. Here, hold on. Let me... Ooh, okay. So that's a name that they actually used in the Forgotten Realms. It is pronounced Baenre.
All right, and please do not spoil whatever you just saw.
I won't spoil anything. I actually didn't even read most of it. I just saw it's a house that's in the Forgotten Realms. I have no idea about anything else.
All right, so it's Baenra. All right, good to know. Thank you.
Baenre.
Let me make a mark.
I just looked up how to pronounce it. It goes, you pronounce it Bane-Ray, like ray gun.
All right, like
and it is the name of a house in the Forgotten Realms. That's what they said. So I dig it.
All right then. As he's taking off the gold, and they're stacking like, yes, Baenre will be very much pleased with the new import, especially for what he's got planned. So with that, I do believe I might be best to be on my way before I waste too much time. As he starts to gingerly walk away.
Right, yeah, no, the Tyrion doesn't say anything to him. He just turns to Cluxworth and goes, "Yeah, so about that inventory, it seems that we're gonna," and just like proceeds to have a normal conversation for them to overhear as they're walking away.
Oh, that's just adding something. Yes, of course. Anyway, with the inventory and whatnot, I do believe that there might be a bit more inquiry that might be able to help you. Let's see, I do have something that might catch a fair price. You and perhaps he's fishing through his pockets for something to give you. You see him hold out in his hand a red ruby.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
And Tyrion just.
I originally managed to poacher this from the merchant area before it was, ransacked and destroyed. It was actually kind of a surprise twist. They weren't really too much into the treasure, but it was worth some. And as he looks, as he says that, he turns his head slightly, and immediately he grabs your side and says, "Look out!" And automatically, an arrow shoots past you onto the table.
Oh shit!
And you turn and you see Cluxworth with a longbow in his hand, as the two men draw on their weapons, and they're like, "I must say, what a brilliant disguise you have. Just a hint, though. Next time you decide to go for clothes, remember to match the skin all the way, including on the back of your head." As you realize Cluxworth has seen through your vizier.
Okay.
As the
Tyrion
gentlemen
just kinda
before
like,
you come up, as they're raising their weapons, and like, Now, I might be a bit brass, but I think I remember a little runt back in the Far East. What was it you did?
Really quick. Cluxworth and I met in the far south, in Altos.
Oh, I thought it was East, my bad.
That's why I was like, oh shit, he's double dipping, because Cluxworth works for the Black Spiders.
Right. Alright. Oh, right, you're right. I'm thinking someone else. Okay. It's like, now, as I remember, there was a pretty important item that you stole from me, if I have it correct. What was your name? It matters not. I think I'll get my answers from you once we take you in. Plus, as I remember, you're more than just wanted here, aren't you? Little changeling.
Tyrion is going to, pocket the ruby that Gregorius handed her.
Yeah,
and
immediately Gregorius puts this in your
before-
hand as he stands up and he's like, "What? You're being rude. This is not a place for such vulgar actions, and I won't stand for it." Well, that just further proves my point. You're not the type to be so protective of someone who looks like they could take care of themselves. Unless you see them as another one of your juniors. And I remember hearing words about you. I think you and I need to have a talk, old. I don't think so. And you see as he raises his hands, and the staff appears in his hand. Hey, none of that now! I'm warning you! You cause a problem here? Hey, back off, wench! You see this guy push her down.
Tyrion takes advantage of the moment when they all turn to look at the barmaid to cast greater invisibility on herself and get the fuck out.
Oh,
so she just fucking,
no!
she just vanishes and goes, time to go.
And you see
Yeah.
Gregarious also, that's the thing, he also casts greater invisibility.
That's funny. Just time to go. But yes, so that is what Tyrion is doing. She was looking for an opening for them, just to like get out. And the moment they like whipped their heads around to look at the bar owner yelling, she casts greater invisibility on herself and fucking books it back towards the door here, where they came in.
And you see
Also, I can't
Cluxworth
move
whip
my
out
thing.
his scimitars. He's like, oh no you don't. You're not getting away this time. Block the door. And with that, we roll initiative. Let's add you to the combat tracker.
There it is. Okay, so I'm invisible.
Oh, you were already
I will
invisible.
roll my initiative. I didn't realize. Why do I have advantage? What? Why is it giving me... I didn't have anything that gave me advantage on initiative, did I? Does greater invisibility give advantage to initiative rolls?
It shouldn't. Let me see.
Yeah, if you're invisible when you roll initiative, you have advantage.
Okay, great.
Sick!
That works for me.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. I dig that.
Wait, hold on. I gotta turn off this music. That else a bit better. Okay. You rolled your initiative. Roll the NPCs. How did Gregarious Gorge get a 4 and a 5 with an advantage? That is absolutely insane.
Glorious Dirge. Poor guy.
Poor man, doing his best, now getting into a fight. Unfortunately for you, Clucksworth is also just as fast. As he knows, even with the time,
be a rogue.
As he knows, even with the time you used to cast a spell, you're still in the same spot for a moment. And with
Yes.
that, let us begin.
Damn, that motherfucker goes first. Shit.
Yes, he does. As he rushes over to the spot where you are at. Let's see. As he whips out his twin scimitar's beak and talon, he makes one attack on you where you were at. And that will indeed miss, and he has no double attacks, so... Oh wait,
I was gonna say, if he's a
no,
fighter,
wait,
he should
no, wait,
definitely have
essentially he
extra
does. I'm
attacks.
sorry. He does.
I was
That's
gonna
not-
say.
No,
Not
but like,
to,
I didn't
you
go
know,
that
shoot
high a
myself in the
fighter,
foot,
but
but,
yes, he
like-
actually still does have a way to multi-attack.
Well, not only that, if he's using scimitars, he can nick if he has mastery on top of that.
He does. Getting more concepts here. As he with his adventurous swing, instead of going for you, gets into the table on the legs on your first time, and then on the next sweep with the other one, he cleaves the section of the table where you're at straight through. And then for a bonus action dual-wield attack, he tries to X-cross where right from the space you're at. And gets a hit, I think. Yes.
Let's see, what does this do? Counter charm? No, that's for that. Yeah, we'll do that one.
Alright.
So I'm just gonna decelerate that. Oh yeah! Fuck yeah!
So that's minus 12, so that turns that into a 13. Wow, okay.
So I take 13 damage.
Well, no, it does 13 to hit.
Like decelerate reduces the damage, not
Oh,
the
okay.
hit roll. God, that'd be so fucking crap. That'd be one of the best fucking first level spells if they reduced the to hit roll by 2d6.
Well, I thought there
Holy
was something
shit.
that did that. That's okay.
There is. I can use my bardic inspiration to reduce his hit roll, but I don't know how much he hit by, and I'm not really gonna worry about it.
He hit by...
Don't tell me. I don't know.
Okay.
I already made my decision. I already used my reaction.
So I think that should have done it. This... Oh wait, no, it's doing damage to him, not decelerating his hit.
No, decelerate reduces the amount of damage that I take on the hit.
Yes, but you didn't target yourself. Or rather, it's like when you see the decelerate spell, it's listing off damage with it. Okay, I get it. Either way, hold on. me.
Right, it's damage. So what
Okay.
happened was whenever you hit with the attack, I get a 10-second pop-up for available reactions.
Okay, so
One of those reactions was decelerate. So because it was a
Okay.
pop-up, it should
okay, I get it.
automatically
Okay,
apply
so
to the
I
attack
see what I
after
need. I
you
see
roll
what I need to do.
damage.
I see what I need to do. So first this.
Right. So once you
And
roll
then-
damage,
Plus, what was it, 12? You take that much damage.
that doesn't tell me.
Just look at your
Oh,
HP bar
that,
now.
okay. So that's all right, and that's after reducing it by 12. Damn. Okay.
Constitution save, yes, you are fine. As he feels his blade skim
It
across.
auto rolled that, by the way.
Huh? Oh yeah, auto rolls con. And
That's cool.
And it should at the end. It shows a notice for that as well. So
Mhm.
as he misses the first time, weaves the other one through the table, cutting it on the edge off, knocking utensils. He does an X formation on you, and gets right on your chest as you feel that ache, but still holding your invisibility. As she's like, found you now, little chickadee.
God, I fucking hate you.
Feelings mutual, thief. And you see him turn back to the others to say, as he says, barricade the exit. Do not let him escape. Hold on a second. Turn this around. Yeah, that was his bonus action. He doesn't get any of that, so that will be his turn. Or no, wait, no. Oh shit, that was on. Okay, look, it's gonna see him flip back behind you. As he goes 5 feet above where you were at.
As he uses his wings and leaves my reach, I want to make an opportunity. I've already used my reaction.
Oh,
Actually,
he's
I
not
can't.
leaving
Never mind.
your. He's not leaving your reach. He's like flying right above you.
I see. By the way, I already used my reaction to decelerate, so I can't do another one.
Yes. Next turn. On to you, Tira.
Okay. I am just going to skedaddle. So if I can see, good, it does movement while measuring. So that's my movement.
He's going to use his reaction then.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Is this an opportunity attack?
And
It
that's
is an
gonna miss.
opportunity attack, yes.
I thought you had to be able to see someone for an opportunity attack.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, no, yeah, he can't hit you. That's fair. Alright, so you're
Anyway.
hooking it.
I'm gonna use my object interaction to open the door, and then my action to dash and fucking go down underneath.
Alright, that's your turn.
Gregorius
to
is
this
a
guy.
very
As he
powerful wizard, as
immediately
far as I'm aware.
rushes forward, and you see him pull out an item, and he taps it on the ground. As he casts see invisibility on himself. And in an instant, he's able to see Gregarious Gorge still there, and you running out the back as he says, "The tiefling's getting away, but the owl's right next to you, sir." And they hold him, and he immediately rushes up, pulls out his blade, and holds him there. Oh. And the others are going to come up as well on their turn. As this guy comes up and he's like, "Boy, we got you now, Bart Brian." He's going to try and stab him. As he effectively is almost about to get stabbed, but then he raises his hands to cast shield and protects himself. Yeah, that won't save you from me. So he goes for one more attack. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Oh. As he gets him with that nick and he takes that hit. He takes one hit with that. It's like, "Ugh!" As the other one misses. That's his turn.
That person doesn't have a token on my screen. It's just red.
Yeah, some of these didn't come with equipped tokens, which is why I said he was like a nondescript cloak wearer.
Ah, I got you. It's just a hooded figure. Got it.
Hooded figure.
My immersion.
As he goes around. Shit, does he have enough weapon? Yes, he does have enough. Takes his side right here and also stab it. As both these attacks miss, even with the slight nick, you hear Gregarious Devil's like, "Ugh." as he turns over and he turns back to you on his turn. He's like, "Keep going, Tyrion! I'll be fine! I can handle these runs." He raises his staff. He raises his staff, and he immediately casts a little fun spell that I like. That's where it's. That would be actually way too dangerous. Yeah, this works. As he raises his hands, as a crack of electricity comes off of his hands, and he casts Storm Spear. Casting off his invisibility, he raises his hands as he casts it on himself.
Interesting. What does that do?
I'll let you know in 1 sec as soon as I put this template in. In this 20-foot circle radius, a swirling air of crackling electricity springs to life around him. The spear, it starts to envelop until eventually it looks like a literal ball of thunder and electricity. Each creature inside needs to make a strength saving throw, while also suffering difficult terrain. In addition, on the bonus action, he can have it shout out shots of lightning with anybody within 60 feet of the center, making a ranged spell attack for an extra 46 lightning. First off, let's see, did anybody fail the save? It's not saved.
I didn't see you roll any saves. I just saw you roll d6s.
Oh, okay, so I need to have control all. Okay. No problem. Alright, so unfortunately... So, the only ones that failed were Gregarious himself and Captain Cluxworth.
He cast that around himself and didn't
I mean,
have.
I'm sorry,
fucking,
Gregarious
like,
and
evocation or some shit?
Gregarious and Cloak. He's a bit of a reckless man when it comes to using his spells, especially to block and intervene. He's not exactly combat savvy. Yeah, everyone except for Gregarious and Cloak didn't made the save. However, as part of his attack, he is going to launch a bonus action lightning bolt on Cluxworth. As they all make their call, what the heck? And he immediately turns his hand inside the spear and it's like, as he launches an attack towards Cluxworth. Which will miss. And you hear him say, "Don't worry about me, dear. Just keep going." And that is his turn. As Cluxworth shouts off behind you, he's like, "Oh, of course you'd run away again, little changeling, like the coward you are. But you won't escape me. Not this time." Hold on, let's make a couple checks real quick. Bless you.
Thank you.
Now, as he comes out here, moves his way out as you're going out the door, and you see immediately a longbow is in his hand. But you see that he doesn't have any arrows except a glowing one coming off of it. Bonus action to dash to give him 60 feet. Alright, so he still has 10 feet of movement. And you see he's gonna fire something at you.
At me?
At you! As he pulls back this longbow that seems to be charged with magic. And you see this glowing arrow come off it that sheds dim and bright light as he fires it at you. You're supposed to not acquire ammo.
Damn, bro's got a heat-seeking arrow.
There, now it's true.
Tactical Mind, I believe, is for ability checks and
Yeah, no,
or
it is
saving
ability
throws.
checks. Okay, so fair enough. And I already used my bonus action to dash, so that's not gonna work. Right. So you notice that first one misses, but then he charges up again. So he uses his action surge. Try again. As just these lighted bows seem to just whiz past you as he's just running off. He's like, "Ugh." And begins hot pursuit. Flying. And that is his turn.
Okay. Tyrion has like a little internal monologue briefly. She goes, you know what? He's right. Pius said that there will be a time when I have to protect people that I care about. And this motherfucker, as much as I hate it, is, right. I shouldn't run again. So she's gonna pull out his bow. And, or she's gonna pull out her bow. She's gonna knock an arrow. And for the first time ever in the campaign, she is going to attack someone.
Yes.
Oh,
Join the dark side.
You said
What?
it's alt to attack with, or to make rolls with advantage, right?
That is
Yeah.
correct. However, how far are you? Because, like, you made it up to, like, just out the door, right?
No, I used my action to dash. I should be 30 feet past that door.
Okay, hold on. Let me move you 30 feet then.
Yes, Tira and Murder Hobo are.
Oh, I know that's a bit dangerous. I think you should still be able to
Well, you can keep it there. You can just because unless it's not a straight line, like that's.
Yeah, no,
fine.
like no, there's like a corridor length, but from where you are, you can still see the door. So yeah, you're fine.
And I can see him, of course, right? Because
Yes.
he could attack me.
Of course, you have dark vision, you're in light, and you're invisible.
Great. So, we're gonna attack. I have to actually double check that I make sure I know how this one works. Yes. Okay, good. So, I'm going to make a ranged attack with the longbow of melodies. Doing the melody of reverberation as I fire. I do have to move slightly because I still can't see him. Where did he go? I can't, like, target him.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I can't actually see
Wait, hold on.
anyone. I can see no tokens other than mine own.
Oh, it's because this is outside the area. Hold on a second.
That's all right. Like I said, we can just say that I am, 30 feet away for the purposes of this, right?
Yeah, that's all right. Hold
That way
on.
I
I'm
can
trying to
see and target.
maybe I can.
A 2 and a 1, huh? You
Yeah,
can go fuck
sounds about
yourself.
right.
A 2 and 1 on her first ever attack roll ever. That's some bullshit. I'm gonna use my inspiration. Fuck that.
Wait, you used your body. Yeah, go ahead.
For me, when
no,
I'm
not
not
my bardic,
attacked,
my regular inspiration.
No, I was like, yeah.
me when I've not attacked and expect to be Hawkeye.
All right. Does an 18 hit?
It's so close, but it is not it. As an arrow whizzed past him, and she's like, "Whew. There you are, little chickadee."
Fuck, man. I don't have any of my shit anymore. This
You
sucks.
do have that ruby gem, if that helps.
You need to attune to that.
All right, you do. Fair enough.
So, as a bonus action, I suppose, I will give, fuck, man, that really pisses me off. Can I fucking use my bonus action to give myself Bardic on that attack?
Yes.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna add a d8.
Ooh, that's.
Fuck me, does a
that's-
19 hit?
No, that's just still very close. but
I'm gonna
just let you know.
fucking kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself. Anyway, I'm gonna use all my movement to fucking go back up. Rolling stealth to see if I can avoid his perception and make him think that I'm still where I'm not.
Since you used your action to do an attack, we can't have an ability check as the action.
What do you mean? That's my movement. I'm just stealthily moving.
Oh, you're just moving past him? Okay, fair.
Right, so I'm moving. So the stealth roll is to see if he notices me moving since I'm invisible with his hearing, or if, what you call it?
Right.
That's a 20. Yeah, because if he doesn't notice, then he still thinks I'm 30 feet from where I actually am. So we'll see. And that'll be my turn.
Alright then. Next turn onto the spear. Meanwhile, the issue is on the inside of the spear. There's this guy. Oh. You're not mine this time, you! He raises his sword. I don't think the spear gives difficulty. He has blind vision.
It gives, it affects hearing, not vision, supposedly, so.
Yeah, no, so it's just difficult terrain, so as he uses 10 feet of movement to get up to try and attack him. That is going to hit even. That's going to miss as there's the one on this direction. That's turns onto the bandits now. Like that, and he's going to make a stab. Two. Curious. Yeah, he's holding his up. Hopefully all these are taking his hits.
Have any of these hit him? I have reactions.
One has hit him, but you're at a par where you can't. Can you actually? Yeah, you should be able to see him. It doesn't block.
I was gonna say I used all my movement to come back up.
Yeah, so yeah, you can use reaction. One did hit. Well,
That's
actually,
fine. I'm not gonna. The
two
one
have
is.
hit, but yeah.
That's it is what it is. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Because normally it lets me pop up whenever there's a hit, but I haven't. I only saw one.
Yeah, I know, but only two have hit so far. But he is still definitely holding his own. That's right. 2 daggers, 2 long swords. That is his turn. Wait, can I use just a reaction? Okay. Oh, that's his turn. Close now. she makes a short sword attack. 2 of them. That's 1. Let's do this, and 2.
Gregorius is doing pretty fucking well, all things considered. I guess it pays to be a rich wizard.
As he should be. He may be blocking, he may be trapping himself in there with them, but at least, you know, he's not taking any hurt. Minus his own spell injuring him, but he's fine. As now with him trapped in the spear, he raises his hands and gets ready to start fighting. Times of issue, take out. Times of issue, take out the weakest. Shopping glass. This one. I'm just looking at the friend. It's alright, I'll do it again. That's better. I don't think it works on one of the owls. It's not right. As he rolls the damage. That's a nice zap. And because she is now hit with a electric type attack, something else happens to her as well. Where are you?
Taking a little while. You there?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to read through this right. Okay, so that's it, and she will take that damage as she gets basically tasered in the back while he's still holding his ground, and that will be his turn. As we move on to this.
Okay. Oh no, it's his turn still. Sorry.
Yeah, it's his turn. As he's like, you tried to move as you were trying to move past him, but you notice that his eyes lock on to you as he stares at you and he says, "Got you, fires another bow at you. But this time, instead of half cocking and pulling back, he sharpens his vision and sears his eyes straight on you as he fires it and conducts steady aim.
Steady aim gives advantage, right? If I'm remembering
It's supposed to be flat, but I guess your invisibility doesn't reflect that. But even if we go by the 13, plus,
It is supposed to be flat.
yeah, so 13 plus. Does a 24 hit you?
A 24 does, but I have a reaction.
All right, go ahead.
So as I see him steadying his aim and getting ready to shoot me with this thing, I just fucking, don't you fucking touch me with that shit. It's as filthy as you are. And I subtracted the 8 with cutting words. Come on, baby. That's
a dirty
not
20.
great. Yeah, I needed to roll at least a 4 because
So it was a 50,
actually,
50.
with invisibility.
Yeah, it was a half 50, so unfortunately that will
The
still
dice are not liking Tyrion this time. I'm going to be real. The dice are kind of shafting Tyrion. It's kind of
Well, maybe
frustrating.
not so much
That's all right.
because rather than shooting to hit you, I need you to give me a strength saving throw.
You made your first attack roll, and now the dice hates you for
That's
it.
what I'm saying. I made my first attack roll. It was a fucking nat 1 and a 2. And then I used 2 inspirations and still missed.
It's traumatic.
Anywho.
Man.
It's just the will of the game, my friend.
It's great storytelling.
It really is.
It is great storytelling.
Especially since how I'm trying to set up this moment. But anyway, that strength saving throw, please.
Saving throw. For a 10.
That's gonna miss as the bow itself explodes into a kind of light-based net, wraps around you, and you are now restrained.
Okay.
And he says, "Ha ha! Oh, you are done." As he grabs at the net, you are now fully tied up in the matter. And he turns
Okay.
around and he says, "Gregarious, turn off your storm, or we'll take your little friend with us." It's now on to your turn. Now,
Don't do shit. They're gonna fucking take me anyway, damn it. Don't do shit. Get me out of here, actually.
now what you can do
And then,
is on your action you can
yes.
break out of it. That'll be a
Right, it should
That'll
be
be-
in
yeah.
acrobatics, right?
nope athletics. I need a 20, decent 20.
Athletics? To break restraints?
Actually, yeah, hold on, let me request
These
it.
must be special because normally like I said, if they're special, that's fine. But to escape restraints, it's either an athletics or an acrobatics.
Well, these are based
Under
off of
normal
an arrow made of light, so they're kind of different.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If it's special, then it's special. I'm just saying normally it's athletics or acrobatics.
Yep. So yeah, there's the request roll right down there for you.
That is not the right one. That is a strength saving throw, not an athletics check.
No, it is a strength save.
You said it was athletics. Is it strength save or athletics check?
No, it is strength athletics. It is a DC strength athletics. I don't know why I popped off strength.
So I
saving throw.
can.
Yeah, so make
Okay,
it an
good.
athletics check.
So as a bonus action, I'm gonna give myself a what you call it?
In fact, can I request? a
Actually,
roll? Let me see if I can request this roll.
that's all right. I got it. So we'll roll that for a 22.
All right, yeah, that's enough. As you snap off the bands of their binding,
Fuck yeah. That was an action,
See,
right?
the dice don't hate you.
I mean, thus far. Anyway, that was an action, right?
Yes, that was your action to do that.
Okay, so, movement, fucking run. Well, there we are. So we're gonna 30 feet, right now.
Ooh, as you come
I'm
into
still in-
that storm, though, I need you to give me a strength save. This time a save.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Let's see, how much movement was that?
That was 30 feet.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. Then you will stop right here because that's already difficult terrain for 30 feet. And you failed that, so you will take... five bludgeoning damage as the debris of the storm
okay.
blows up on your face.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, and it causes your invisibility to turn off.
Spectacular! The dice do hate me. Anyway. Bonus action.
Wait, also here is this reaction attack on you.
Ooh.
Clucksworth.
I was invisible when he could have made an
Oh
opportunity.
yeah, no,
that
you're right.
That he can
Yeah,
do
you're
that.
right. I keep forgetting you gotta see them to get their reaction. Fair enough.
Yes. So bonus action, because fuck me, I guess everything is going wrong. Fucking healing word. Oh, hold on, I got a target. Healing word is a single target, I believe.
Yes. No, the cure wounds single target. Healing word is like everybody in range.
Fuck yeah. Alright, so boop, boop. Healing word. What do you must target what? I've targeted two, what do you mean? Do that. Do that. What?
Let me see something.
I have targeted both me and Gregorius, and it says you must target at least one, which I am doing.
Oh no, you gotta press the. You gotta. No, not clicking on it as a target. You gotta press the target action to get these.
Yeah,
toggles.
it's shift T. I know, it's shift T to target more than one thing. That's what I'm doing.
Let me check.
They are both targeted on my screen.
Oh no, it is only one creature. Never mind. I thought cure wounds was Yeah, it says right on the spell, one creature.
Okay. We're gonna heal myself. Please and thanks. 4-9. And that is the turn.
Alright, on to the next. As he turns and looks, as he turns around, he says, "We don't have enough problems as an ace. Look, deal with the girl." He's gonna turn towards dealing with Gregarious. Ooh. Shield is gonna help against that. still keeps his concentration on these, but still, he's now definitely taking hits, so it's gonna end for us.
Why does it say I'm down first and second level spell slots?
It might have been
Not
when you
sure.
were doing.
I'm just
It might
gonna-
have been when you were doing healing word. It accidentally propped off the other two because you kept, activating it.
That's fair. I'll go ahead and fix that because
I
I
got it,
haven't.
I got it. I got
Oh
it.
no, it's just. Yeah. So there we go. We're good.
There we go. Alright. That's that. He's made one crit hit. Just raising his shield. Oh, this is getting on my nerves. As we go off to the bandit. You get why? Oh god. Why is doing voices so hard?
It's a great question.
As they're all taking damage from this storm at the same time. And they're still attacking the owl to try to get it to stop now. Stupid earth, turn off the damn wind! Ow! My eye! Thankfully, none of the hits, even with the not hitting the shield marker, are hit. Wait, no, wait, I forgot he has practice. So we'll say that's one hit. Then this is the second. And then the advantage hit. I think that will hit. As Gregarious takes another 14 damage. And you see, do you want to stop this one? Because this one's going to put Gregory near death.
I
Or
mean,
did you
yeah, I
already use
haven't.
your
It's
reaction?
for whatever reason, it's not giving me the prompt to react like it should. That's why I haven't been saying anything.
Right.
Because it's supposed to. The way that it works is that whenever, and anytime I have an opportunity to react, I'm supposed to know what the hit roll
I think it
was.
only counts if it counts as counts as an ally. I'm not sure if there's some specific schematics, but since this is a non-player character, it kind of does not prop off as that.
That's weird. Was there anything that hit by a thin margin?
Yes, the Bandit Lord's attack that just went through.
Great. I'm gonna cutting words. I'm just gonna scream, "Don't fucking touch him!" And I'll roll a cutting words.
All right, you need at least 2.
Seven.
Perfect. So instead, that will. That will miss, as your shriek dismays him and misses, even with his advantage. Onto Cloak, and he's like, "It's enough out of you, wench!" He takes damage. Yes, he definitely takes that cloak damage, and you see him raise a crossbow to shoot at you, Tyrion.
Okay.
Okay. And you know what? He is going to use a thing to cast Exploit Opening. As he, even with his hittings, he's going for a hard shot this time. There it is. Damage. Oh, was it giving you a proc and you couldn't pop off?
It was, but I've already used my reaction, so I just closed it.
Yeah. So that is 10 piercing damage to you as he hits you for 25.
Okay. So it's 10 piercing or 25? Oh, he hits me with a 25 for 10. I see. Okay.
And he makes his second attack. That should not be at an advantage. And that is empty. Oh. Oh boy. Wait, is it every attack? No, it's just one attack roll. Okay. As that is a nat 1. As he looks like he hits you hard, and then it just like the nat 1 like clicks you in the head, like
blows it away,
and it almost hits Cluck. It's like, oh, you idiot! You almost hit me. And that is his turn. As Clockworth is nearing his injuries, what's up? Is like,
so Tyrion just shouts, just goes, Clocksworth, can you not, like, get us out of here? Teleport, something! I'm here! Fucking now's the time!
God, fine! As he reaches out his hand to grab at you. He's like, all right, fine, I'm coming. And he takes the liberty of, actually, he looks around real quick and he's like, can you get closer?
Yeah.
Good. And you see him raise his staff as he's going to press this. Oh. As he will ready his spell action to teleport you. He will cast a he'll do a ready action, but then he will use his bonus action to attack the more injured one with a lightning bolt. As he holds out his hands ready to take into yours for this turnabout. Well, Sir Coxworth looks back, sees you as you are proceeding to run. He's like, "Oh no, you don't!" And he fires another arrow at you. As he takes upon steady aim to help focus, and it does nothing. And he kind of just coughs like, and that is his turn because he used his action surge, unfortunately.
Okay.
All right, your turn.
Well, in that case, yep. I'm gonna use all of my movement because this is difficult terrain. So that's 5, 10, 15 to get right up to.
And as soon as he grabs your hand,
Gregorius.
he proceedingly immediately casts teleport as he raises his hands like, "Yes and tra." However, this is where it gets bad because as he raises his hand to cast the spell teleport, it fizzles out. It's like, what? What's going on? He says, "Oh, poor oblivious Gregory. This tavern is built to where you can't teleport in or out. Manager's rules. Finish them." That was just your movement, T-Run. You still have your action to do anything.
That was indeed just my movement.
So would you like to try a spell or anything?
Sure. I'm going to cast. Let's see. Third level adds 3 targets. That'd be 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to use my action to cast a third level command.
All right then.
So this person, and this person.
Which
Actually,
one's
that's a lie.
inside?
Sorry. I'm targeting them. So everyone but the cloak. So Cluxworth and the other 2 are both getting command. Actually, wait a minute.
Can command work on
Let me
more than
double
one
check
target?
something really quick. If you upcast it.
Okay.
Okay, that would be better, but you can only target one person. Okay, so we're upcasting command. We're targeting everyone but the cloak motherfucker.
Alright, so everybody except for the cloak is going by command.
Yep.
What is going to cast it so I can get that save?
It is going to be... She's just gonna fucking, like, indignantly yell, just kneel! And they're gonna have to spend their entire next turn fucking, like, kneeling with their heads to the ground.
Alright,
If
and
they fail.
what's the save?
How do you upcast a spell?
It should automatically ask if you want to increase the spell size when you click on the spell. Is it not doing that?
Nope. I have all 3 targeted, and it's doing the same thing, saying that I can't target this many creatures.
Of course, so many targeting Cluxworth.
Here, let me target just one, and see if it'll
Okay,
allow me
that's
to upcast
weird.
it
It's supposed to
after.
ask if you want to increase the size of the spell capacity as well.
Okay, so that did that. Hold on, let's undo that. Try again. That one, that one, that one. Click this, Yeah, no, it's not letting me upcast it. Maybe if I go on my sheet.
Also, it's supposed to,
Spells.
also it also is supposed to ask if you want to use a spell slot, like I did with my character.
Nope.
That might have been something I turned on. All right. At any rate, what's the save? 16.
It's a DC 16. Yeah.
Right, let me just add each one to a board. So everyone except for Gregarious and Cloak.
Everyone except for this one. Yeah, and Gregarious, of course. So this one and this one do not. And the two inside. No, never mind. I was gonna say the two inside should have disadvantage, but I think that's on perception checks, not wisdom saves.
Right.
Yes, that is perception checks. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi.
Well, look who's here at last.
Look what the cat dragged in.
Yep, right as I'm about to start cooking dinner.
Indeed, and let's see. Wisdom save.
Your boy
That's
has
a lot of
no-
d20s you're rolling.
That is,
Apparently I pulled up a prompt, and when I clicked it, it rolled some extra people on here, but yeah, either way, from even the rolls on themselves, nobody made it.
They all failed. Spectacular.
but what's going on?
You gotta
unfortunately,
watch the
is,
stream and you'll see it.
having some troubles.
Yeah, plug your shit, King. Plug your shit, King.
The plug yo shit king. Gotta love it.
You want my plug my
I
shit?
refuse.
Fine. You want to plug my shit? Fine, hold on. Let me go get it.
Who's that's gonna do it?
Hey, I need as many views as I can get, even if it's just you guys. The numbers give me a boost.
Well, guess what? I refuse.
Okay, then fine. Next time you come here, we won't do you. We'll go straight to Bernard, and we'll give a moment to Adamant.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
fine.
god, please
deserve
can we
it.
just let Adamant play? I beg.
I mean, he's with you, so I'm like, it's working off as is, but we will. I do have one idea in mind for you.
I
You say
forfeit.
you forfeit my time.
I forfeit my time. Let Adamant have it.
All right, then. Next time you roll up, we'll do something with you, Adamant.
Yeah.
Actually, give me my time. I'll go watch.
Nope. Too late. Ship sailed. I'm next. Baby.
I don't know if you heard, but that was it. I don't have a. I'm gonna give Gregorius a bardic inspiration, and that's it. It's my turn.
Yeah, I got that. I'm just applying the command effect to everybody that was involved in it.
Gregorius. Who is this Gregorius?
Gregorius Dirge.
He is the owl.
Gregorius, these nuts on you.
All right, so yeah, that's all three. All three of them failed. As I hear that, no, Tommy. And that's your turn. As we go to him, and he is kneeling. So he goes.
So they should all have the prone condition once their turn. Yep.
It's just a turn, so we'll just say they're prone for now. As he goes. But yeah, he also still has to roll the strength save, so I think he fails that on prone too.
I think.
No, that's dex save, right?
No, prone doesn't give anything to strength or dex saves. I don't believe. It's just attack rolls. It's restrained that gives disadvantage or failing on strength and dex saves.
All right then.
So he can still try to make it.
No, he absolutely gets in that one. Taking that hit, and he just takes that damage to the face. Turn. And Next turn, Bandit Lord
It's not
goes
fast
kneeling.
enough.
Save. As he takes another, and Cloak is like, "Are you rich? Let's see how you like this!" As he raises up his weapon to fire.
Does he pass the strength save?
He does not, so he'll take that damage too, but it doesn't stop him from firing.
Damn, I was hoping it would kill him.
And unfortunately, these do not do too much. The bonus action does more, like it does like a 2d8, but the just regular is 2d6, but they have to keep rolling it while they're in it. It's a constant build-up. As he raises his weapon and does one more exploit opening, fires at Gregarious. There we go. That's gonna miss. One more. That's gonna hit. As Gregarious will take another.
Wait, how much does it hit by?
Even with the raised shield, it hits by 6. So, unless you got something that reduces.
Even with shield hits by 6?
Yep.
Damn. I mean, I could. It's a 25% chance, but I don't know.
I'd rather not risk it.
We'll
Don't
save
worry.
it.
Don't worry. He's still standing, though that did hurt. As we swap over to him. On his turn, he's like, oh wait, no, shit, he still has to roll too. God damn it, he's not having great strength. Oh well. God, this might kill him.
I mean, he is a wizard.
True. As he gets blindsided by some debris that hits him, he's like, take this. And you see as he just freely ends the concentration.
Drops concentration? Okay.
Because, like, it's getting to him now. We're gonna have to make a break for the door.
I agree. That's why I came back, was to make sure you could make it.
So does he have a...
He should have bonus action done the lightning before he let it drop to try and kill Cloak.
You know what? Yeah, fuck it. He'll
Oh,
do
well.
that. Yeah, he'll do that before dropping.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you know, let's just roll to hit.
He rolls with advantage to hit.
Why does he have advantage?
That's what the spell says. Make a ranged spell attack with advantage.
Oh, shit. I have not been making these at advantage. I've just been getting it off of it. Okay.
Something wrong. Hold on. You make a ranged spell attack. You have advantage on the roll if the target is within the sphere, which he is.
Alright, so yeah, that hits, and he takes 11, which does not down him, but he's very close.
11 on 46 is rough.
It's alright.
I don't know, 11 on 46. It's what, max 60. And my maths is dodgy, ignore me.
4 times 6 is 24, so it's average, I suppose.
Yeah, I'd work
That's
that
average.
4 times 6 at 16.
You know, that's 4 times 4.
Very late in the night.
Let's see, does he have the strength?
Potion.
No, unlike you, I actually attend sessions.
Is that what we're gonna
And
do?
he will cast Levitate. Actually, no. He'll cast Haste on himself. Actually, no, because because like he needs that speed. So yeah. Cast haste on himself. As he jabs his claw into himself, and he takes out his hand, like, "Take my hand. We're leaving now."
I take his hand.
Grab his hand, and he unfurls his wing, and it just dashes fly towards the door. Thankfully, everybody's prone, so nobody gets opportunity, I think. Right?
Yep, that's correct. Well, not only are they prone, but they can't take any actions or reactions until the start of their next turn anyway, so.
So that is 60 feet. So he will use his hasted action to dash, so that turns to 120 feet. And as he grabs your hand,
It sure
he will
does.
fly over. As he flies over them, and it's like, "You won't escape!" You're about a few feet away from the door, coming down in the air, when something happens. As you both... Oh my god, I think these walls could stop. There we go. As he starts to land down and starts to pivot towards the door, something shows up, turning visible. And it says, "Halt." And standing before the two of you is it's absolutely disturbing, it's creepy. This grayish looking, humanoid looking being wearing weird kind of aesthetic gothy clothing. As it looks like, and you're looking at it, it only has a few fingers and has no mouth, but also has these sharp eyes that look at you.
Wood.
Ugh. You did not just say wood.
Wood.
It's Bernard, I believe it.
Bernard knows what he likes.
There we go. Hand down now. As he stops you all in front of you, he says, "The owner wishes to speak to you." And you see him hold up his hand as he says, "I will deal with the perpetrators." And at this point, he comes over. At this point, this is where a bit of a free action comes off. As everybody gets off the ground, Fluxworth comes over. And immediately they all kind of like rush towards him and they're like, "Got you now, you little brat." As he grabs at you. But before they can do anything, he gently, this creature, gently grabs onto and pushes you aside off his grip, and he's like, I'm afraid you gentlemen have caused too much problems. You will need to leave. And he looks at her and says, oh, you're gonna make us polybrain?
What kind of insult is that?
The kind that seems to anger this creature. Give me an insight. Give me an insight or nature as you're looking at him.
That's a stupid
Let's
insult.
see.
Well, it pisses him off. Crazy.
11.
Yeah, definitely you can tell that this is not a human. And this insult seems to have hurt his brain. Seems to have hurt him. Because he furrows his brow at him, steps in front of you, and you see this haze of light come off of him. Actually, wait, hold on. I gotta step back a bit more. As he looks at you, he says, step back. As he gently gestures to two of you to step back a bit. And he steps up. Ooh. I should have made this token lock. There we go. And then he does the thing. And hits all of them. And for the sake of getting this along, we will say they all fail. As with that, the combat ends. As all of them, they stare at him as they all go slack-jawed, seeming to stare-eye at him. And they just go... and they all just get hypnotized.
Hypnotized.
Gregorius, do you know what the fuck just happened?
Charming. Let me just make sure. Oh no, it's done. So all these people are now afflicted with the stun. Oh my lord. What happened is I was saved. But by how much I don't know. What exactly does
Tyrion's gonna up.
What exactly does the owner want
upcast.
with us? Well, other than making sure that the status on the inventory count was well off, it seems you caused a bit of ruckus in his establishment. And the matrix comes over and says, I'm so sorry. I was trying to warn them, and you have a job. Where are these men out? She goes over quickly and kicks open the door and just starts dragging each of them out. You wretch. Out the door they go. She just chucks them out where they're standing. Oh, this one hits the wall. And unfortunately, he takes a bonk to the head. He will...
Bonk.
I don't like that. I don't like that roll. Hold on. Okay, fine. He takes 8 damage. Now, being on basically his last leg. Oh.
You were hoping he'd die, weren't you?
Yes. It literally rolled 2 ones on a DA plus 7. Like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Damn.
And she just casually drags him out, closes the door, and she presses something on the wall, and it instantly glows like hue. I've got to clean this blood up. And she goes to get a mop and everything. And with that, let's take a short break.
Cool.
The popping
Nice
noise.
for my water.
You're hearing a popping noise.
God, I love water.
That's me manually opening a can with a can opener because the handle on it broke.
No, no one, please. Thank you.
Bottle of water.
Maybe.
On a Tuesday.
No, it's Tuesday, not Tuesday. I suppose
Tuesday.
it depends on
Alright,
where you are.
enough
There's the accent
breakdown
region.
of the accents here. We gotta get back to the story.
It's Sunday.
Now, is that with a Y or an E at the end?
Sunday.
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 Going down to the pier for a Sunday.
Fuck is a Sunday?
Alright, potato
Nice,
smush
nice.
made it. We're getting distracted.
A nice
Right.
Sunday.
No,
Alright,
I don't
seriously,
have ice
seriously,
cream
let's
every
get back
day.
to it. Anyway, after this well-induced encounter of hypnotic proportions, the tavern has slightly calmed down, except for this one guy who, unfortunately, was also in the way of the blast, so he's a bit dazed as well.
Hey, did Gregorius receive that healing, I hope?
Hold on, I gotta apply it. Why is it not... Okay.
I was targeting him.
Oh, that's why. Okay, yeah. There's one commoner who unfortunately has the bit of the brunt of it all, but he's fine. Anyway, what was the healing for? Oh, I gotta apply. There we go. As he breathes a bit, gets that healing. Oh, thank you, my dear. It's appreciated.
Yeah, that's... Good God, what a shit-ass situation.
It can be this. It's just be things when you deal with mercenaries and whatnot. I'm no pushover, but still, Pluxworth's no slouch either. How do we know he would just won't bust back in? That would be our state-of-the-art banning, state-of-the-art banning technique. We simply barricade the door with arcane lock and make sure he's no longer welcome. The master has complete control over this tavern as he sees fit. They will not be returned.
Domain expansion. You're banned.
Banjutsu.
Yes. Anyway, rest assured, they will not be a problem now that they are out there. As for your way of leaving, there's still the underground way, which He will not be able to enter either, but you're on your own once you're through the tunnels. Though maybe the manager might provide you with something in exchange for this meeting. Come along. He does not like to keep waiting for too long. Oh, and my dear, make sure that commoner over there gets a free drink. I don't want his brain to be too scrambled that he doesn't pay. Yes, sir. She goes over and quickly gives him a drink. Right this way, you two.
Alrighty.
And you see him put his hand up to this space over here real quick as a shimmering kind of space disappears, though you couldn't really tell. This way we keep blocked off for those not in the VIP. As he starts to lead you up the stairs. Can you just drag him along with you, or can you not?
I do not have authority to move that token.
Okay, then I'll have to take you both. He starts taking you up the stairs.
He's kidnapping them.
As he leads you all up the stairs of a couple of flights. And you see Gorgarius whisper in your ear. He's like, oh, Tyrion? Actually, he's going to cast telepathy. No, he's not going to waste his spells. He's going to be like, alright, Tyrion, please. I know you have that spry attitude, but try to hold in that sharp of yours when meeting with him. I don't know if he has much patience or is he upset about this bar fight.
You do realize that I am a professional, right? Not only that, this man just saved our lives. Why in God's name would I be short with him?
Just please. He may say something crude, but just understand he's not a hostile. Fair?
I sure hope not, given that he just saved us. So yeah, you never know though. Some people have their own objectives.
Indeed. As he makes his way up the couple more steps, you see this large kind of burgundy red stained door with unique spotted patterns on it and some writing on it. Do you care to read it?
Sure. What's it say? Or is it a language that I can read? I speak a lot of languages, but
Let me see. It is written in Infernal, and it says,
which I do speak.
And it says exclusive access. Only those welcomed by the manager and staff may enter. And you see him tap on the door as it swings open, and you hear a slight wisp of air phase through and a light growl. As there's an ambiance in this area. It feels stronger than before. You have maybe felt this? Give me a religion check.
Sure.
Oh, that was almost a nat 20. Goddamn. I say religion because this is more along the lines of not factual, but more philosophical and theatrical. Philosophical and more, stationary by species. But it definitely feels like you are entering into a totally different space as this door opens.
Huh. Okay.
To change the music real quick.
So it's like we walked through like a portal of some kind.
Not exactly a portal, as Gregarious fluffs his feathers like, these these subplanes always feel so frustrating.
It's a demi-plane. Okay.
No, not a demiplane. Actually, no, yeah, technically a demiplane, yes. Demiplane. Though he calls them subplanes, because it's more bigger than a demiplane by its size, but it's also not exactly a full plane.
Right. That makes sense.
Actually, no, this song works. Just setting up the location. There we go. As you both arrive up to the top floor of this, you see it as a wide, kind of attic-like area as well, spanning definitely many feet and whatnot, with several storage equipments. The chimney area visible with the top part poking out for heat insulation. And you see as well the top at last of... Sorry. As it seems the top part of that wide glass dome is now visible. This might be most likely where they're feeding whatever strange creatures are in here at the time. But also it seems that there seems to be a back area as well. There might be more storage. And you hear a low, kind of raspy voice here. You have arrived. Come closer, my dear.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for saving us. That was really needed there, honestly.
No trouble at all. After all, I prefer to have those assisting me under good return. Gregarious, and I see you've had a bit of fun in my establishment as well. And from here, Tiran, you see, behind the whole dome itself, a large white table with 6 seats. And at each of the seats, you see individuals sitting around them. One of which, you see what seems to be a grayish-looking elf with very much open clothing, but decorated with what seems to be a spider-like motif on them as well. Carrying in his hand on his side a scimitar, with his feet up on the table. Just seeming like a relaxed, kind of chill dude. At the further end of the table, you see a man in a business suit, however, as smoke is billowing off of his whole body, and he wears what appears to be a kind of skull face bottom mask, and his eyes are glowing a deep purple. In fact, as you shimmer across it and look in the light, you see that his suit changes colors from black to shades of purple, and the smoke coming off of him is also pure purple. Also, despite the fact that he's wearing a bottom skull mask, there's a cigarette stuck in it. As he...
mask is a mask, you know.
As he slightly puffs out smoke as well from the sides of the mask. On his side of the table also is a cordially dressed man that seems to be wearing some sort of like soldier or guard armor. His face is looking a little bit gruff with some indentures, but he holds a kind of stern demeanor, but also looks like he's trying not to show too much expression.
Okay.
And then at the back of the table, closest, you caught two individuals of peculiar design. The first you immediately recognize is a fae. Not just any fae. This fae, despite living off its largest wings for its size, its head is very much like in that distorted kind of astral-like open with little sparks coming off of it, glossy-eyed demeanor, and looking kind of like a weird kind of design, as if it's not a full complete version, but you tell very well that this is definitely some sort of high fae. because you can
Right,
feel the
right.
presence and the energy coming off of her just resonating right off of you.
Mhm.
Then, as the last one on the right, you see this other dark-skinned, elven-looking man wearing luscious kind of clothing that are laced with red roses and petals, including a witch hat that also has red roses coming off of it. Floating behind him, floating next to him, seems to be a small light mote that is in the shape of a butterfly. As his red eye turns and looks at you, but not turning his body to look at you.
Give me the side eye. All right.
And last but not least, sitting at the end of the table, greeting you with a wry smile and a charmish demeanor, is a humble-ish looking man with a kind of salt and pepper beard, turbanized clothing, and a small dagger knife in him. You notice that there's some peacock designs. He's wearing a gauche headband, and his eyes as he stares at you seem slightly sharp, and his smile never seems to leave his face.
Interesting.
Give me a perception.
Sure.
As you gleam this whole table. Oh.
Boy, I just really am not allowed to roll very well today.
It is. Honestly, yeah, this might not just be your session this time around. But it's alright. We're just focused on you for the first time, and we will get back to you because this is still not the end of it. But for now, we will say this is without a doubt an assorted character crew you ever seen. On one half, you can tell is definitely run by people closely tied to non-human, regular humanists, as there is elves and high fae, and I will say, you estimate a guess, especially based on his clothes closely matching your disguise. This guy right here might be a GOD agent.
Maybe. It is possible.
You definitely recognize this guy as a guard. You don't know who this is, but he looks very much important or sophisticated. But one thing is for certain, no matter what, you hear a faint presence of a growl resonate throughout the area. Sir,
Tyrion would not ask about that. That's
yeah. You also notice as well the Uloth that was there before is now just standing on the side. Sir Madhadi, I do apologize for this this tiff and conflict that happened. I assure you, it is not amongst my business to engage in roughhouse situations such as that. And you see him raise his hand as he's like, no need to apologize, friend. Peons like that, especially ones in the free swords, always push their luck when in my establishment. Rest assured, while you rest here in Mathal's tavern, you will not be harmed again. Though I cannot say for when you leave. And you see in his hand as he's shuffling a pack and set of cards. As he's like, as for your friend here, I have only one. No illusions from my guest. Please. As he gestures to you of fair courtesy.
Tyrion, excuse me, will nod her head. And, let me find this photo. Hold on.
It should be underneath yours. I got you.
Folder, actors, me, Tyrion. Picture, edit.
I thought I turned it off though, so it was still back there to turn back on. Did you delete it?
I haven't deleted anything.
Where did it go then? Oh, and at some point, as
Sorry,
you
hold
were
on.
like finishing up on this tavern and where you are, the haste wore off, and Gregarious got that moment of lethargy, but he's fine.
But what if he wasn't going?
I mean, with that touch up with the healing, he should be okay.
I just
There you go. I don't know how to add the photo, so I sent it to you.
Hold on, I'm working on fixing it right now. It's just, gee. Yeah. Also, that custom token did you have a custom token or was it just like a generic thing back here?
I didn't edit the token, really. I just had whatever it was.
Right,
The default, like, stone outline.
Okay, well, hold on. Yeah, did you send me? Let me see, because I'll use the full version. Oh, okay. You want to go all the way? Okay.
I said no disguises.
I know, but I thought you would at least just like pull the casual form. I didn't think you'd go full on. Okay.
I don't want to offend the man who just saved my life. He explicitly said, "Please, no disguises."
All right. Well, if you're being fully courteous, one sec, like I guess to do.
So Tyrion will nod her head and drop the disguise that she's currently holding. But rather than going back to the typical short Tyrion that everybody gets to see, she just drops the disguise all in all. And I believe this actually might be the first time on screen.
Yes, and first time not
it's
just with the players, but just in full screen in general. And I have to admit, I'm not surprised you went that far. So let me just flip this up right. And this is just a bit more aesthetic than just this ring
time for me to
here.
come look.
But yeah, she just, for the first time ever on screen, turns into her true form.
Indeed, and as you veil it, even Gregarious is shocked because you've never even shown this to him, as we are revealed Tyrion's true form, which I will show to everybody.
I've shown this to, I think, nobody but Pius.
Well, now the chat and the chat in our stream sees it for the first time. As
Didn't
you are
know
definitely
also.
now taller than you were in your purple form by at least a couple inches. And you give off this hue of green and Phasion with your dress as well. Your skin as well is a mix of pale but is pulsating and flowing with green on it as well. As everybody looks around and they all stare in wide eye, and with that, give me a perception or insight as you veil your true form to everyone.
Sure. Can I roll well? Oh my god, I rolled good! For the first time.
Perfect.
Holy shit.
Perfect. I was gonna say you could add an
Tyrion-
inspiration. I was gonna say you could add your bardics as well to like help with that.
I mean, people might notice. I don't want to be rude.
Well, no, because like your own bardics like
Oh, that's
personal
right.
to
Using
you.
it for myself. Right. Yeah, sorry. And either way. What was I doing? This one. So she'll just kind of hit like it's too dramatic. Where is it? Yeah, that works. She'll just kind of hit like one of these, like a polite curtsy.
As he gives like a gentle nod at your respect of it all. And he looks at you and says, I must admit, I am impressed. Changelings do not go all the way with their birth forms. Such a courtesy must require same respect. And as you showed me yours, I must show you mine. And hold on, I gotta...
Is that kind of sexual harassment?
I don't think so. I think he's just, being...
I'll show you mine.
He's whipping it out.
He's whipping it out.
As long as I want to change this just right. There and there. As he unveils his own transformation right in front of you, and first off, as he does that, you look around the table to see their reactions. Everyone is staring stalwart in awe. They're all besmirched, but I will say, since you broke the 20 barrier, you notice the GOD agent seems to be fidgeting with something near his turncoat chest. The High Fae, turncoat in his chest, and this guy, this one right here, his eyes fully face you as they twitch, and he is almost staring at you, like, with almost great offense, but not exactly like he's angry, but like he just saw something that now is going to change everything he's thinking of.
Yeah, I was expecting there to be a chance for some of the people here to know who Tyrion was just by seeing this form. Would it be like that? You know, this man literally saved both my and Gregorius's life
and I am not one to besmirch his request.
And as you see him transform and reveal his like full form, he turns into what looks like a tiger man, wearing more decadent clothing with kind of like purplish hue and a long turtleneck coat. As he looks over at you all and he says, "And I assure you, no one's truth shall leave this room. Understood." As he puts his hands on his table and resonates, everyone except for the guy at the end table kind of flinches.
I glare daggers into the God man, looking between his eyes and his hand in his jacket.
Yeah, you see as he like quickly
get the
slips his
message.
hand, as he slips his hand quickly out of his pocket. He's like, folds it up, he's like... And this man right here finally speaks up and says, "I assure you, Madhal, none of us will ever speak of you being a Rashaka. Plus, it's very much agreed that your involvement here in the black market helps us set a bit of order as well." And the smoke man just growls slightly as he says that. The man in the back, this one, however, he's still looking at you, T-Run, and didn't seem to be affected by Rashaka's kind of resonating roar with that, as you see Rashaka look over to him and say to him in Primordial,
I do not speak.
something, as they both turn to look at each other. And the man just says off a whisper, he says, "Shh. I apologize. It's just, you don't see something like that every day. And I thought it to be a myth."
Tyrion kind of cocks her head and just like, what? And she's not trying to be like offended. If anything, she's trying to appear coy.
Let's just say there is more to you than you know.
How
I
do you
agree.
know?
Oh, that's because you're a half fairy. As the high fae quickly gets up in your face, she's like, "Oh my gosh, and you're so beautiful." And you hear Mahal go like, "Really?" And she kind of slinkers back.
Tyrion's eyes will go wide, seeing this man basically bark an order at a high fae, and she just keels like a fucking dog. And so internally she's like, what the fuck?
And you hear Gregarious go like, "I think he just scared her. I don't think she understands that he's not exactly... I assure you, my presence and my demeanor is nothing light. Besides, here my rules stand. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Madhal the Rashaka, also known as the Merchant, also known as one of the Merchant Kings, here in the East. Here in the South. I always have an ear on the trades and know-hows of what's going on. And here in this tavern, my rules stand. But please, you're very much welcome. Come sit. I wish to discuss something with you. Especially you, Gregory. Yes, of course, sir. You see, it's kind of like
are
gingerly
people
float by.
just at it above table really quick? Are people just mispronouncing his name, or like, is this a nickname?
It's supposed to be Mahadi, I think.
No, Gregorius. They keep calling him Gregory.
Did I say Gregory? I thought I said Gregorius.
You said Gregory. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, yeah, no.
I understood at first
I
because
believe
you
I believe like
doing
for
that on purpose.
I believe for business, especially like people like of high echelon, they just call him Gregory to like get that term better. But like, it is Gregorius.
Okay.
Cluxworth did it to mock him and because he was, they have history. Madhadi does it because, he's a businessman and Gregorius doesn't feel like correcting him.
Gotcha. So yeah, oh, you've already moved me. I take a seat.
Yeah. And yeah, there you go. There's part of the secret that I had for you. It's not the whole thing,
That
but
was certainly something. I am pleasantly surprised that we didn't die.
yeah, and I've got to add the fairy features to you at some point. But yes, that is the secret to become. Or at least part of it.
Interesting.
That is part of the secret. Generally, something like this, I feel like something like this would be either noted or seen, but it's a bit curious how they know.
So that's why Tyrion was like trying to play coy, because openly admitting that you haven't the slightest fucking clue who or what you are is not smart.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes. Well, I must say, if there's one thing I love having at my table, it's menagerie characters, so I must ask you, my greenish friend, how has your life been?
tumultuous.
Ha!
But not
So-
something I've not been able to take advantage of.
As is many of your kinds. It's bad enough with those of changeling and phase, but a hybrid of your caliber is very unique.
I have been in the midst of, how do I say, finding answers.
Well,
Partially what I was down here to do.
well, you come to a grand place. Madahal is a man who knows history and answers. For a fair trade, I shall perhaps glean what you wish to know.
What did you have in mind?
Gabble, as he flashes cards.
Okay.
Only those with skills to play against me may glean information for free. Please, Tyron.
Information for free? What?
Well, it's not quite free. You have to still at least match him, if not beat him in a game, but I've rarely seen him lose. I would not suggest it, Tyron. Well, I do not think she would want your option, Gregarious. While owing a favor is not beneath me, why put such a leash on such a beautiful bird? What say you, child? Would you care to play or owe a favor?
So Tyrion just kind of leans back and thinks for a moment, and then looks at it with a smile and just goes, Information for free is of use to me. A game of gabble I shall play with thee.
And the rhymes well as she should. Very well. Let us begin. And this is where we will call session. Because I have to set up everybody's statures and components, other than Madahal. But yes, congratulations, Tyron. There's your first nugget of the secret information. You are a half-fairy changeling.
Interesting.
Now, especially since now that you have technically reached adulthood and fairyhood, it's going to be popping out, so...
That is one thing that I have noticed from, I remember like from the last time we were playing. The amount of, how do I say, the amount of interesting occurrences around Tyrion due to her origins and or nature has been increasing.
Indeed. Which only makes sense because, in retrospect, by your genetics, you have basically now become, biologically and legally by your society, an adult. Which means there's going to be more things coming out in the future. But that is neither here nor there. That is for next time to discover and find out. And who knows, depending how well you do here, depends on what else I'll tell you. In the meantime, I'd like to thank everybody who came and participated and joined us for this session. I hope you had fun, and I hope it wasn't too boring with this perspective. Next week, we will continue off on round 2 of Kargajan's entry into the arena wrestling competition. I hope you're ready, Kargajan, because you're not just going to fight monsters this time.
Kargajan's not here.
Well, that's awkward. Well, I hope he's ready for next week, because he's not going to be just fighting monsters. In the meantime, thank you all so much for joining me for this session. Thank you to my lovely audience, whoever is out there. Please like, share, subscribe on youtube.com/ReconZebra. And if you wish to help see this funded more and get more investments, including more original tokens, feel free to tip me at coffee.com/ReconZebra. We're collating towards our goal to get new campaign tokens to help get more NPCs in this series. In the meantime, thank you all so much. Good night and good game.